5th of August is also a date that will mark the first anniversary when Article 370 was repealed and Jammu and Kashmir was also converted and split into two union territories. Tomorrow is going to be a one-year anniversary, but in August, 5th of August 2019 and following that day, there was an information blackout and a harsh security clampdown in Kashmir that had continued for months. As we are marking 1 year of this, there is a 2-day strict curfew that has been imposed in Kashmir. This is both for today, 4th of August, and tomorrow, the 5th of August. It's been 1 year. Mirror Now is getting you a series of stories here to narrate the present situation in the valley. 1 year on, what is the situation today? We're first getting you a check as far as business is concerned. Kashmir's Chamber of Commerce and Industries here says that now the Union Territory has suffered losses to the tune of 40,000 crore rupees because of the abrogation of Article 370 and the circumstances that prevailed later, adding to that COVID-19 induced lockdowns as well. Now, these losses that have been incurred because of the ruthless crackdown in communication, which has led to a loss in businesses, the blackout to have shut businesses for months, and that has left over 5 lakh people jobless as well. These are the official figures now that are coming out. The chamber says such a loss was unseen in the valley even in the past 30 years.
First of all, I can say there is no such change on ground, but change in the economic condition has really changed from bad to worse, and we are facing huge problems as the financial position of every business has gone from bad to worse. We are suffering since August, and our each and every sector, tourism was the first victim when advisory came on 2nd of August that every yatris, tourist should vacate the valley and they should because of certain security reasons. But ultimately everything turned and everything was closed down for months together. Honestly speaking, I don't see any progress because there are situations and one situation and now we are in other situation. As such, we don't see any development. For me, I want to save the local industry, the local businessman. This is prime priority for me. Actually, when we say loss report, means the whole Kashmir division, what we have lost. When we are saying losing money, this is not actually, it's like a whole division. That means it has generated more unemployment when we are losing businesses. And now we have shared that in this year, 2 months we have partially opened. That was January and February. And it is coming around 40,000 crores, roughly, which we will give preliminary loss report again in this year, that we have lost lakhs and lakhs of people or got jobless. So which is really a matter of concern for the chamber and for me.
हद से ज्यादा कुछ पूछो ही नहीं। पिछले 5 अगस्त से हम सफर कर रहे हैं। हमारा कारोबार सारा का सारा खत्म हो गया है, कुछ नहीं रहा है। हालांकि गवर्नमेंट ने बोला था कि हम आप लोगों के लिए कुछ करेंगे, लेकिन कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, कुछ भी नहीं। ग्राउंड की सूरत में जो इन्होंने बोला था वो कुछ भी नहीं है, 0% है, 0% है। हम लोग तबाह बर्बाद हो गए हैं। 5 अगस्त से हम लोग तबाह बर्बाद हो गए हैं, कंटिन्यू बैठे हैं, कुछ भी कोई काम धंधा नहीं है, ऊपर से लॉकडाउन।
1 साल से कम हमको 1 लाख रुपया कम से कम मूल से उठाना पड़ा है, कम से कम 1 लाख रुपया। तब से हम बैठा हुआ है, रोज बोलता है लॉकडाउन हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, काम नहीं हो जाएगा, बंद होता है, कहां से निकलेगा, क्या खाएगा। ये 3 दिन भी ऐसा ही चला है।
And as we heard, they're not just small or local businesses. It has deeply impacted tourism of the state and now the Union Territory. These are the figures here that have come in. A loss of over 1,000 crore rupees. Continuous lockdowns has meant that tourist season has passed without any business. There have been no tourists, no travelers, with a continuous threat there as well. This has also left houseboat owners, hoteliers, taxi operators, all who are connected to the tourism business that have been in deep distress, directly, indirectly dependent on the tourism industry.
मैं आपको अपने टूरिज्म के बारे में कह सकता हूं, 5 अगस्त से आज तक हमारे पास टूरिज्म में कोई बिजनेस नहीं है. वी आर स्टिल स्टेइंग विदाउट बिजनेस. कोई कुछ नहीं, बेकारी हो गई. हमारे पास कोई कामकाज नहीं है. न गवर्नमेंट हमारे पास फॉरवर्ड आए हैं कि रिवाइवल करने के लिए हाउ टू हेल्प द ट्रैवल ट्रेड, स्पेशली ट्रैवल ट्रेड को कोई हेल्प नहीं हुआ है. कि हमारे पास स्टाफ एक्सपेंसेस, स्टाफ भी बेकार हो गया है. इसलिए टूरिज्म बिल्कुल जीरो है. हमें टूरिज्म इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इंडस्ट्रीज फॉर जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. जब टूरिज्म बैठ गया तो सारा ही बैठ गया है. टूरिज्म सबसे ज्यादा इंस्टेंट एम्प्लॉयमेंट देती है यहां पर. जब 5 अगस्त से आज तक 1 साल हो रहा है टूरिज्म नहीं है, तो इससे जब टूरिज्म नहीं है तो कौन सी डेवलप हो.
Tourism industry is the first casualty of any abnormal situation or anything bad that happens for the Kashmir Valley or for the UT of Jammu and Kashmir. Obviously, UT now was not a UT before 5th of August 2019, and as it became a UT, with that came a truckload of promises as far as the BJP government is concerned, that this will usher a new era of development for Kashmir. There will be a complete integration, there will be money that will come in, finances will be better, there will be investments. But unfortunately, what we've seen in the last 1 year is that those promises as of now have not been translated into action on the ground. Now what has happened since is that these shikaras that you're seeing behind me, the business industry came to a standstill on 5th of August last year. Not that it was doing great before that, there were successive, there were continuous bouts of turmoil, but since 5th of August, these shikaras have hardly moved, and this really is the situation of all other sectors as far as tourism is concerned. They're all in the red. We spoke to these people. They say that they have received absolutely zero tourism flow. This year there was a hope in April that maybe tourists will again start to come in. Security situation had bettered, but then COVID came in, and that was a back-breaking blow for the tourism industry. It ensured that all those hopes were dashed, and now these people are staring at a situation where they won't even have money to sustain basic needs of life, to ensure that their family gets bread. They really sustain or manage to really ensure that they provide daily needs for their family. So this really is the situation, and then to add to that, you have a massive loan burden on most of these people. You have taxi walas who have been absolutely, their vehicles have come to a standstill, have been in that shape from the last couple of years, and especially in the last 1 year. You have these shikara walas, houseboat walas, hoteliers, and everyone. In fact, so many people associated with the tourism industry, which is considered to be the backbone of Kashmir's economy, and all these indices, all these indicators are in the red. These people have massive loans and they have not been obviously able to pay that. So all these things should be an eye-opener for the government, who need to really work on this, who need to really fulfill their promises of August 5. As of now, these promises are just on the papers, in words, and I said nothing being really translated or ensured to be really these promises really being fulfilled for these people. So this really is a massive challenge. Otherwise also, if you talk of other industries of Kashmir, they're shattered, shutters are down, and those businesses are in absolute need of help. Losses as far as the trade body is concerned, according to one of those estimates, they run into billions and billions of rupees. So obviously that would tell you the state of affairs. There is a kind of economic depression, and this year in fact a big indicator was the response of the people to Eid, even though the restrictions were eased out. But such is the financial situation. The buying power is at its lowest because of the successive troubles that the Kashmir Valley has faced, and post-COVID, post-Article 370, those troubles have reached an all-new level. People really decide to stay at home, didn't come out for any kind of shopping on Eid, in spite of the fact that there were the restrictions were eased out, and is a big indicator that something is terribly wrong with the economy of Kashmir, and terribly wrong as far as the buying power and the financial situation of the common man here is concerned.